Good morning from Edinburgh, Scotland, and to be honest with y'all, I'm super excited. Like, just look at this castle behind me. Today, we're going to see the Scottish National War Museum, St. Giles Cathedral, a palace. But first, we're starting here on Castle Rock. Let's go explore this castle. You excited that another castle, another day on a rainy day here in Scotland? Dad?
For me.
What, Dad?
You need to let them know it takes a moment for me to respond.
So I didn't know, but the King James Version of the Bible was actually a king from Scotland. And there's King James right there. Okay. This is probably the most unique castle I have been to yet. Just look at the woodwork on the walls, and then even the paintings on the walls. And it's not too much. And y'all know I don't like it when castles are too much, especially because palaces and castles are different. A palace is built for luxury and to be lavish. A castle is built for defense, a fortress. And this castle seems like it's living up to that, but just a little touch of lavish life. This is probably one of the most beautiful fireplaces I have seen, though. And then I see there's a unicorn, and it looks like a Gryffindor or a lion, and then the Scottish flag and the English flag. I guess that's one of the unions. I'm not sure. If you're English or Scottish and you know what this is supposed to depict, let me know in the comment section, please. It did. 3 levels. That's whenever Oliver Cromwell, very famous British officer, took over the castle.
Oh. I can see it.
The levels?
I can see the levels in here. Okay. Now I see the room different.
This is the Great Hall here. And it just seems like every castle, every palace, there's always a Great Hall. And apparently there used to be levels to this when England actually invaded Scotland again, and they took over this Great Hall, and Oliver Cromwell turned this into a barracks. And it's just crazy to think about. It seems like England is always bullying other countries, especially the Scottish, all the way to the 13 colonies, all the way to India. So right behind me is the National War Memorial for all the troops, all the Scottish troops that died while fighting for the king. And when you walk in, you can feel the energy when you walk in there. And it just tells the stories. They have books in there that have the names of the soldiers, the sailors, the people that died there, from World War I in there, from Afghanistan and Iraq. And being from America, I feel like, we just think that only Americans died in Iraq and Afghanistan, but Scottish troops died. 1/3 of all Scottish men here in Scotland died fighting in World War I. There's a lot of history here on Castle Rock, not just a fortress. Royal jewels, the National War Memorial. So just, when you come here, don't think you're just gonna see a luxurious palace. There's a difference between a palace and a castle. I don't think I've ever seen a cemetery for dogs, especially at a royal castle. Like, that is crazy. I guess dogs really are man's best friends. So this is the traditional haggis with some tatties, which is mashed potatoes.
I'm going to enjoy a chicken stuffed with haggis and wrapped in bacon and mashed potatoes on the side with a touch of whiskey sauce.
You doing okay?
The whiskey sauce is the die. The chicken filled with the haggis, with the different sauces, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like a just better.
Then I'm gonna wash it down with some whiskey that they recommended, 12 months old. Oh, it smells so much better than whiskey just bought at the gas station. Oh yeah, this is whiskey. Scotland has so many secrets. I didn't know that St. Giles Cathedral is known as the mother of Presbyterianism. And that's one of the things about when you travel, you learn so much more. Like, of course, in school, I learned about the Reformation and only about Martin Luther and in Deutschland and Germany and stuff. I know Scotland was where the start of Presbyterianism started. Honestly, how do you feel since you are Reverend Bobby West? My bad, sorry, Reverend Bobby D. West.
Yeah, just know me as Bobby D. West.
What about St. Giles Cathedral, Dad?
It's very nice and surreal. Kind of makes you feel like you're going to enter into something that you think might be like heaven. But we don't really know what heaven's like, do we? I'm sure something's in there that's gold, because that represents the paved golds in heaven.
What if there's no gold? Because this ain't Italy. This ain't Portugal.
No, that's true. I can't wait to go in and see. Especially if it came from Protestant.
That's one of the things I've noticed with some churches and cathedrals, like in Denmark and Finland, there's not like a whole lot of gold in their churches.
Did you see those windows?
What's wrong with the windows?
They're antique.
How you know they're antique?
Because back then, glass was it wasn't as clear as our glass. It had like bubbles and see how it bows out, and it's not as clear. To them, it was clear because they did not know anything better. Those are antique.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This cathedral is like the right size compared to the one in Milano, the Duomo in Milano is beautiful, priceless. But this one is very small to where you can actually enjoy it and not feel so small within the cathedral. Like, just look at these stained glass windows telling the stories. You have Solomon, you have Moses, you have Isaiah, kings. And then, of course, you have my dad out here, who's Reverend Bobby D. West, who's having the time of his life right now.
Bobby D. West.
What are you doing right now, Dad?
I'm just looking at the stained glass. It's really nice. They're put up there in memory of something, like South Africa, 11th December 1899.
I feel like every cathedral always has to have an organ, and this one does not disappoint. Definitely an organ. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. But the gold is here. It may not be real. I don't know.
What is with you in this gold?
Because when you read scripture, people see the streets painted in gold and all of that.
The streets.
And so it's like a church when you enter it. I think during that period, it's like you're entering in a part of heaven. And so you make it look like it. And it's got the blue, which is one of the royal colors. And purple. And I know it's in the stained windows. And that which looks like yellow is really gold. It's still happening in here. It's still going on.
Whenever you're traveling, make sure you do sit down and you enjoy a cup of joe, just like my dad. And then just try to relax. Find somewhere that has live music like the guy playing down there, and just try to soak in the atmosphere, the country, and whatever city that you're in. Don't just try to rush to every single location. And I'm saying this because I've done this before. Sometimes we just need to just slow down and just relax. Girls, you can never make mistakes. We had to stop going to palaces because of my mother. Mom, how many stores have you been in now?
Too many to count.
Goodness. What'd you buy today so far in Edinburgh?
In Edinburgh.
What'd you buy? You want to show us? You got to show and tell. What'd you buy us?
Well, let's just see. First of all, my hat, which has fleece inside of it to keep me warm. Then I bought Harry Potter Christmas ornament wand. Hogwarts Express Christmas ornament.
Oh, the Hogwarts Express?
Yes. Some magnets, which I'm going to make into Christmas ornaments.
This is Holyrood Abbey, and this was founded by King David I, I believe, in 1128. And there is no ceiling, y'all. This is more like an open-air museum, and honestly, I'm glad that we can, experience this abbey still, because sometimes I feel like when you're traveling and you see cool buildings, churches, cathedrals, it's like, this can't be real, y'all. This is from the 1100s, really? But the fact that this is, missing a ceiling, which y'all know how I love my ceilings, it just makes it feel more real. But I guess that sounds bad to say, but yeah. Some notable people, though, or notable kings. King James V and King Charles I actually had their coronation here in this abbey.
Sadly, y'all, I did not get the chance to actually film inside of Holyrood Palace because it's still actually used by the royal family today for state occasions. But this palace is from the 16th century, and it served as the Scottish royal house, I guess you could say, and it's at the end of the Royal Mile. It's at the end of the Royal Mile. So today, I'm not gonna lie, Scotland is so beautiful. Edinburgh, well, I guess I can't say Scotland's so beautiful. Edinburgh is so beautiful, and I'm just so glad that we got to end the day here with this beautiful palace. I don't know why it took me so long to come to this city and to this country, because it is beautiful, the people are warm and welcoming, and it's just like, I really have not felt this happy and excited about a new place in so long.
I'm sorry, y'all, we're not gonna make it to the monument today. I know I promised y'all that, but I'll just put a picture up right here of it. But that's one of the things I like to do when I go somewhere, is that I don't want to see everything, because I want to come back and I want to see the place. And for this travel video about Edinburgh, Scotland, I know that all we saw was really the old town today, and there's so much more to Edinburgh. There's so much more to Scotland, and that's why I want to see it someday. If you're Scottish, or if you're, you know a lot about Scotland, comment down below where I should go. And honestly, I'm just glad I had the chance to come to Scotland. I really am blessed. So I'm out here in Scotland, and I just met these two gentlemen. And honestly, if this does not say how the Scottish people are warm, welcoming, and just not caring what they're saying, we love that energy.
Hey, watch Davion's channel. Yes, Davion is the go-to man. Come on, come on. Buy some whiskey. Yeah, whiskey, man. Whiskey. Davion.
Y'all have a good one.